Hi guys, your girl Cache back with another video. So today I want to talk about women and sex. Okay, now, for as far as sex goes, for women, it is an emotional thing. It is a mental thing. It is a moral thing. It is like it could be a sense of duty. It could be an unemotional thing. It could be immoral at times. It could be. But for the most part, more times than not, it's definitely going to affect her. It's going to affect her mental, emotional, and morally. For the more times than not, 9 times out of 10. But like I said, you got those special cases where it don't affect them. It don't. It's people out there like that. But for the most, I'm here to talk about the majority of women when I talk. So okay, let's get started. Okay, so women start getting approached for sex as early as like 12. So that means like in the 7th or 8th grade, when she's about 12 or 13, she's going through puberty. She's going through changes. So breasts are starting to develop. A body, if she already had a big ass, like it's only like getting fuller. Like the shape is only getting fuller if she already had that. But like at the same time, like a body is starting to develop no matter what. After like 12 or 13, that's when the body is starting to develop. So that's when men are noticing her the most. Okay, so more times than not, she would lose the virginity to the first sexual partner at about age, I want to say age 14. So that's like freshman, sophomore year, around freshman, sophomore year, the high school sweetheart phase. This is the person that she's gonna lose it to in her high school dating. I mean, in the beginning of her sexual career. Now the thing about it is, in high school, women are gonna deal with at least 2 men, whether they know it or not, whether they think they do or not, whether they want to admit to it or not. Okay, so it could be a case like this. It could be a case where you have a friend that you know that you're maybe not really that attracted to, or you see he don't get a lot of girls, but he really love you. You're not going to be drawn to that. You're going to always be drawn to the person that you have to work to make love you. That's how women operate. I didn't make this shit up. I don't know why it's like that, but it's like that early on. But the more you keep getting fucked over, then you grow up to realize, like, okay, let me go for like what want me. So yeah, so early on, like you have, like I said, you have the guy that's vying for your attention and at your beck and call or whatever, and this could be considered the friend or whatever, that you go and keep waiting in the wings. And then you have the guy that's the guy that's in love with you. Then you have the guy that you're in love with, that at the end of the day, like, he got your emotions going. This could be you're in love with him. This could be the ego won't let you lose to the next bitch. This could be your first sexual partner. Like, so you're attached to him in some type of way, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, morally. You're attached to him in some type of way. So basically, when well, okay, like, and then another scenario could be is when you have, okay, like I said, you had the guy that wasn't your friend, that you actually did, like, okay, if you grew up in a situation where you have more good situations than not, then you respond well when people are you respond well when people treat you nice. Like they say nice guys finish last. If you had coming from a nice background, come from a nice family, come from like a loving family, you're going to respond to when people treat you nice. You're not going to think like, oh, let me treat him like shit because he treated me nice. Because nice guys finish last. You're not going to think that if you come from a good background. More times than not, black women don't come from a good background. More times than not. Whether that could be a multiple number of things. More times than not, they don't come from a good background. Like just like a healthy background. So basically, like, when a man is being nice, showing them attention, all in their face, chasing them, like I said, down for their attention, in love with them, they not gonna respond to that when they don't know how to respond to it. Sometimes they don't know how to respond to it. Sometimes it could have been a situation where in her household, all people did was scream and yell and fight and just like I don't know, like maybe real aggressive, real violent. It could be a number of things, like I said. She's not gonna respond to this off bat though. 9 times out of 10, she's not. So that's why they got the saying, the nice guys finish last. Because, like I said, when you don't know how to respond to her, you won't. So, okay, it's the guy that's treating her like gold and the guy that's treating her like shit. She gonna go more towards the guy that's treating her like shit, is because that's her language. That's what she knows. That's what she used to. She's gonna look at it like, okay, this motherfucker being real with me because he treated me like a human. You see what I'm saying? Really, it's less than a human, because at the end of the day, like, if a person don't know you, respect is due a dog. Respect is due a dog. So if a person don't know you, what the fuck they disrespecting you for? Like, unless they know prior information about you and they doing it, okay, that's the difference. But if they don't even know you and they just like treating you like shit or whatever or something like that, okay, then respect is due a dog, like I said. So basically, like I said, you got the guy that's treating her like gold and the guy that's treating her like shit. She's gonna gravitate more towards the guy that's treating her like shit. If that's where that's the background she come from, that's what she used to, that's her language, that's what she gonna gravitate towards, period. So basically, she can still, now the thing is with this scenario, she can still be having sex with both of them. She can still be having sex with both of them, but she can be more in love with the one that's treating her like shit versus being in love with the one that's treating her good and treating her nice and responding to her well. She's gonna be more in love with the one that's treating her like shit. Period. Okay, so, and then another scenario could be where okay, now this is rare, but it happens. So I gotta bring it up. This is the third scenario that I've heard of, and I personally have been around. It could be a friend group of 4. So it could be a friend group of 4, which is 2 guys and 2 girls, and they all hang out together. And it could be a situation where you're looking at your friend's man, or he's looking at you, he's coming on to you, and you're not telling the friend or whatever, and you still because like, okay, like, and then another thing with women is like, when we don't want a man unless we see another woman coming for him. It don't make no sense. I know it don't. That's how women operate. I don't know. I can't make this shit up. I don't know why we operate like that. It's not smart. Clearly, it got us nowhere. Clearly, we still in the same space. So, I don't know. Maybe we need to take a different route. Maybe we probably do need to take a different route. But, so like I said, y'all in a friend group before. She got a man, you got a man. He looking at you, he coming at you sideways. Or sometimes you could be coming at him sideways. And you're not letting the friend know. So, behind her back, you sleeping with the friend, man, with your friend's boyfriend. And sleeping with your boyfriend. Or whatever. So now you may not even be attached to him at all. At all. It could be a situation where maybe you always was like, maybe it could have been a jealousy thing of their relationship. It could have been a situation where you don't really like the friend, y'all not real friends, so you go behind her back and do whatever. It could have been that. It could have been a situation where shit just happened. So it's like a friends with benefits type of scenario. So basically, when you end up in situations like that, you can really be like friends with benefits with that person until the girlfriend find out, or until she go left. But them is the only 3 scenarios that I think of off the top of my head. It's maybe more. That's the only thing I can think of right now. Okay, so the thing is that 9 times out of 10, she's gonna be in one of those 3 scenarios. 9 times out of 10, in her first beginning stages of her sexual career in high school, she's gonna be in those 3 type of scenarios. One of the 3 type of scenarios. 9 times out of 10. Okay. Now, going more towards like I would say more towards like senior year, prom. Whichever one she stays with all the way up to senior, or stays in connection or relationship with all the way up to senior, that's probably the one that she's gonna most likely choose. Now, more times than not, that end up being a guy that liked her, not the guy that she liked, not the guy that treated her like shit, the guy that treated her like gold. Because she gonna realize, like, this is my safety net. This is the one I fall back on. Because like I said, women, they want to feel good. At the end of the day, they want to feel good. I don't care what nobody say. They want to feel good. They want to feel comfort. They want to feel love from a man. So they could say they want to be treated like shit all day. Their whole intention of going after a nigga that's treating them like shit is to change him, to make him the romantic one. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole mindset behind it. That's how it is. That's how women are. I mean, that's how women are. So that's the whole mindset of going after that. But it's like this person is already showing their soul to you, showing their heart to you. So you see what I'm saying? This is your back burner. So this is the person that you fall back on. So like I said, the one that she's with from her senior year to college, freshman in college, that's the one that she's most likely gonna end up with. When it's going towards more of like a exclusive stage. Typically. Now, now when I say sense of duty, now in the high school phases is the time that a woman is the most fertile. Just brandishing to puberty, most fertile, and babies can come like this. That's our most fertile point. Period. So, like I said, the reason it could be a sense of duty is because of when she has her first child, with the whichever one, that's the one that she's gonna be most connected to. Because at this point, it's not even just her chasing his love or him chasing her love. It's a bigger picture at this point. It's a bigger picture, so it's a baby involved. So at this point, in all women's minds, we want to keep our family together. We want to stay with the person that we created the family with. That's what we wish. We didn't push our baby dads to the side. They either normally leave us or we just get tired of like them cheating on us so much. Like we just say fuck that shit. Like fuck the family shit. Like this ain't gonna, I mean, I want to get my family together, but I'm hurting in the situation. And it's like they pick them at some point. They pick themselves at some point. So going into the high school senior year from the freshman to college years is her biggest transition. That's transitioning into adult at this point. So in her adult years, she's pretty much forming who's going to be the one that she's really in love with and the one that she can fall back on. So either she's steady, constantly stringing them along, or she have picked one. But either way, she's going to deal with about 2 men in high school. 2 men just in her beginning of the sexual career in the high school years. And like I said, this is where people don't understand, like, when did women get out of control? When did women when did they start going on these, like, sexual rampages? So, players fucked up the whole game. They fucked up the whole game. Because, okay, as most women know, and expect to know, that after sex, things change. Women have this already embedded in their mind. They already have this ingrained in their mind. They're not stupid. They're not stupid by far. They can play like they don't know. They can be in all in their feelings about it. But they know after sex things change. Things change. Things are going to change between the dynamic of her and that man. The things are going to change whether it's they engage in a sexual a friends with benefits relationship, or whether they engage in whether he started he only wanted it one time and don't want to know more and blast over the whole school, or whether it's they can end up forming a real relationship after that. You don't know, they can end up forming a real relationship. Now, basically, we know things change. It's the way that that men have taught us that their sexual attitude will change after sex. We as 100% prepared for it. We're aware of it. We know that's gonna happen. So basically, players fucked up the game by staying in a situation and keep stringing it along. They fucked up the game. They did. Because, okay, at the end of the day, let's say, for instance, the guy wasn't attracted to the woman or whatever. At some point, he's showing, he don't necessarily physically say his actions, but he's showing his actions. Whether he's kissing other girls on her face, or not answering her calls, or basically kicking her out like after sex, or anything, he's going to show in his actions. Anytime you know that either you don't emotionally love this woman, you don't even like this bitch, you basically, you can see her as a hoe. You can see her as a friend with benefits. You can see her as being too weak-minded. You just don't want a weak-ass bitch, or I don't know. You're physically not showing it. So women follow actions. Women follow. We see your actions, but women follows, and this is another bad part. There's another flaw about women. They will follow a man's words. Now, we don't give a fuck what you're doing. As long as you say, I love you, I want to be with you, like, I want to make this work, I want to fix this, we're going to believe it. We're already indoctrinated to believe it. Like I said, we've been indoctrinated to be in relationships. So at the end of the day, like the saying, you telling us what we want to hear, you telling us what we want to hear, and it's going in and staying in our head, like it's staying in our mind. So you know. At some point, okay, men, from what I've seen, they're not vocal. They're not vocal with the women that they don't have no interest in or whatever. But they normally show it. Whether like all the things I just said they're doing. They're showing it. So, okay, now, if you're, and like I said, we're only gonna follow off what you tell us. But at the end of the day, after so many times of showing us you don't want us, then we'll finally get it. You see what I'm saying? Like, so these are the men. No, like I said, they're not community. What the men of the players I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the ones that seen something they wanted, got it, and came up on the thing or whatever. Okay, that's cool. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the men that stayed in constant communication with her to either, maybe it could have been like, he wanted something to fall back on. Maybe it could have been, he wanted something to fall back on. It could have been, he's just trying to have as many bitches in his stable as he can. It could be, he's playing the fuck out of her. Like, he don't really want her. He could be chasing clout. He could be chasing, like, maybe she have money. Maybe she come from money or something. Like, it's always like another motive in it that keeps you in there. But you don't understand that's destroying this woman's soul. Destroying her soul. You really sit up here making her think that you like her. Making her think that y'all gonna be together forever. And when we go into a situation, that's how we carry it. We in this to death. That's how we carry it. We don't carry it, oh, maybe next day, if this motherfucker do something stupid, I'm getting rid of him. No, that's why it take us so long to leave. And some of us never leave. Some of us never leave. Never stop fucking with the person we've been fucking with from day one. That almost never happened. I honestly, I never saw nobody leave nobody in my personal life experience. Like, never seen it. So, basically, if you're telling us that, we're believing that, we're taking it in, and we're saying it as, okay, we're really going somewhere, like, we're gonna make this work, we're gonna keep our family going, it's a real relationship or whatever. Whole time you're stringing us along. So you find fun in it, or you find like, you think that shit cool, you manipulating feelings, and you know that we love you at this point, and you're okay, if to some point, okay, you're trying to play this shit so right. You're not showing or telling us this. We going along with it. We going every now and then a little moment of action seep out that you don't love us, but we going along with it because you for the most part you're showing it. 9 times out of 10 you're showing it, and then you're also saying the words with it. So we're believing it at this point. So when we finally do end with that person for good, we are fucked up. We're fucked up. We're not going to let nobody play us like the first one played us. So you have to understand at that point, when that happens to us, we're not in like we lose, all bets are off. The morals go out the window. Like, because this was good. This was at a point where she was a good girl. She was a good girl that wanted to be faithful, that wanted to be in a relationship, that whether she had kids by this man, whether she just wanted to be in a relationship to be in one, not to be sleeping around with men after men after men. No woman wants to do that shit. Unless it's in her lifestyle. Unless they're not even, and that woman probably don't even want to do this shit. But it's her lifestyle. It's her survival piece. It's the way she survived. But the women that actually looking to be in love and be in a relationship, they don't want to keep They don't want to keep adding bodies to their body. That's not what the fuck that's not what they here to do. That's not. So, basically, the players fucked up the game by keeping this shit going for months and years and decades. And you know goddamn well you haven't shown or told us that you didn't love us. So we thinking we in a real relationship. Then the truth smack us in our fucking face. We fucked up after that. So at that point, when a woman gets to that point at about, I want to say about maybe 25 to about 30. At that point, because she normally give her high school sweetheart at least 10 years. 10 years to see, like, damn, I don't want to keep moving from body to body to body. I don't want all these bodies on me. I don't want that. I actually want to be in love. I want to be in a relationship. It don't even have to lead to marriage. I just want the title. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, women have been indoctrinated to be in relationships since coming up. It makes women look at you better. It makes men look at you better. It makes family members look at you better. It make friends look at you better. You look better, period, as a woman when you're in a relationship. You look better, period. And it don't look good single. It don't. That's how women are. So around like 25, at this point is when, at this point, he have just fucked her over completely. So at that point, now so if you catch a woman after the 25 mark, after she done been through some shit, and you can't run a game on her that you did when she didn't know better, it's all hell from there. So at that point, like she's on a sexual rampage. She just sexually trying to destroy. She could be sexually treacherous because she just been burnt. Like she been heartbroken, burnt, like tricked by someone that she thought loved her, and it turned out that's not the case. So basically, from about, I would say 25 to about I want to say, till she realizes that she's the old bitch in the club. Or till she realizes that she's on some type of age clock or time clock or life clock or whatever. She's going to keep either, I want to say, yeah, keep, it can, like, okay, it can go either way. It could be just fucking niggas, body to body to body to body body. Or it could be in relationship to like this bitch is never out of a relationship. Or she would stay with that one, and then at some point the power of the relationship turns. So it could have went one way in the beginning where she was all submissive and emotional and sad and crying about what the fuck you doing, to where it turned on where now she's gonna feel like, okay, I'm gonna get you back. She don't want to maybe necessarily hurt everybody, every nigga she come across. Maybe she wanted to hurt the one that hurt her. So it could be she stayed with that one. And at that point, they just doing treacherous, sexually treacherous, line crossing, mentally breaking down, and like just horrendous acts, crazy. It's a crazy love story, that's gonna go up in flames. So that's normally how it ends, or it can, and then until like I said, until God is ready to send your mate down. That's all she knows. Like, because at this point, like I said, I feel like as a woman, you can't choose your husband. You can't choose who marries you. You can't choose that. You can, like I said, you can make him commit. You can force him to commit. You could trap him to commit or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, you know, like, you could see, like, when he's not that into you. You could just feel it. You could see it. You can notice it. You can see when he's just not interested. You can notice all that shit. So, yeah, basically, like I said, into God sends her mates down. Sometimes he send it down right away. Sometimes you don't have to go 30 niggas in, 1,000 niggas in. No, 30 niggas in, 100 niggas in, 1,000 niggas in, 2,000 niggas in to find your soulmate. Sometimes it's just that one. Sometime. I don't know. But this is the woman's sexual career. Like I said, at this point, after she's been fucked up once, That was deep. She's not getting fucked over like that again. So whether it's keep going from relationship, whether the relationships are overlapping, fucking 30, 100, 1,000, 2,000 niggas. Then she wanted to claim she's celibate and claim she's waiting for her husband and all this other shit. That's how it goes. That's a woman's sexual career. And until God sent her mate down, or maybe he already sent her mate down. Who knows? This is how women respond. This is how women act. So, yeah. Okay, that's all I want to say. Thank you guys. Your girl Cache signing out. Thank you.